So today we did essentially some transition practice, doing some different types of transitions and mounts, just to see what the actual time difference is to some of this stuff. So do you put your shoes on? I never do that because obviously I believe it's a whole lot faster to put your shoes on your bike and mount, do a flying mount, and get your feet in your shoes while you're moving. So today we went out and actually timed it. I hadn't mounted my bike with shoes on already in a very, very long time, not since I really started triathlon, and it really was like super awkward and definitely felt pretty slow. So we'll have the actual time splits of it all.
Do you have a guess as to what the difference is going to be?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be probably between 5-10 seconds, maybe. I don't know. Just between the mount and a little bit of distance. Yeah, that's my guess. But that, even if it's 10 seconds, sometimes, especially at this level, getting out of the water, making sure you're with the group, could be the difference between your whole day. So for me, T1's always been crazy important. Now I'm becoming a better and better swimmer, so I can be a little bit more relaxed. But it's like that is such a critical moment of the race for me. So making sure I do everything as absolutely as fast as possible is super important.
Okay, you ready?
Ready?
Go. I'm gonna crash. Let me give you an actual go so we can time it.
Okay.
All right, you ready? And go. So the difference between the two mounts was 13 seconds, and a significant part of that is just going to be the time it takes to get your shoes on in the first one, because in a normal mount, you're not moving forward while you're putting the shoes on, and in a flying mount, of course, you are. So let's just at first take a look at how long it takes him to get to the mount line. And in this situation, he gets his shoes on quite quickly because he can just close those heel levers and it goes right to the tightness that he's preset. Now this run to the mount line is pretty short, certainly a lot shorter than it would be in a long Ironman race. And the longer this run is, the bigger the difference is going to be. And so there we go, about 21 seconds or so to getting to the mount line for the normal mount. Now let's go and take a look at the flying mount. And go. Now here he just gets the helmet on, starts his run with just his socks on here, and he's getting to the mount line 13 seconds. So 21 versus 13 seconds. So 8 seconds of the difference is just between how much time it takes him to get his socks on, and to run to the mount line. And then the next biggest thing is going to be the acceleration. So in the flying mount, he's already got some forward momentum when he gets on. He's not at a complete stop, so it takes him a little less time to get up to speed. If we go back to the regular mount, you can see that the time it takes to both clip in and then to accelerate from a standing stop is what adds that extra 5 seconds. So we got 8 seconds difference just from the time it takes to get the shoes on and run to the line, and then another 5 seconds for the time it takes to clip in and accelerate from a standing start. Now, the first time I asked Jason to do the quote-unquote normal mount like an age grouper, this is what he did. So he put his shoes on, he ran to the mount line, and then he just, here we go, he just sort of did a flying mount anyway, and almost like a cyclocross mount, but with really skiddery road biking cleats on asphalt. So most people aren't going to be able to do that, so the normal mount was 58 seconds versus 45 seconds for the flying mount. Whether that's worth it to you or not, that's up to you. It's definitely worth it for the pros because it really makes a big difference for them as to whether or not they catch on to that group that they get out of the water with, so that they can get that little bit of a draft, whether it's 12 meters or 20 meters. That makes a huge difference, and it's really important to them. As an age grouper, we're not usually trying to grab onto the back of a group. You know, there's going to be people around us no matter where we start, and it makes a lot less difference to us. It does look kind of cool, but that's the difference. I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you next time.